What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Hopefully you guys have an amazing day. So today I'm going to be showing you guys what hijackers are and how to deal with them. So the first thing that I want to talk about is where you can find them. So if you have these hijackers, or if you go on any type of listing that has them, when you scroll down to the bottom here, you'll see this used and new and then in parentheses. Now if it just says one, that means that there's only one seller, and that's the main person. That's a person that's actually creating these products and selling them, so they don't have any hijackers. But if it has two or more, that means more people are trying to sell them. So what you want to do is go ahead and click on it. And as you can see here, there is another person that is selling this product. So it is Mobile PC Deals. So what he's doing is he's purchasing this product, whether he probably is purchasing it and then he's putting it back up for sale under his listing. And as you can see here, it's not listed as Prime. So he's basically just trying to resell it. Now, some hijackers may go as far as creating the product exactly, or trying to mimic your exact same product. Like they talk to a supplier, they get it exactly how it is pictured, and then they try and sell it, saying that, oh, it's the same exact thing, which is against terms of service, and that is selling counterfeit products. So we have to keep that in mind. But there are multiple ways that you guys can get hijackers off. The main way is by using certain email templates. Now, one thing that I do recommend, it's not 100% guaranteed always that you're going to be able to avoid hijackers. Even if you get brand registry, or you get a trademark. Somehow I've even heard hijackers somehow still get on people's listings, but apparently when you do get that, it is a little bit easier to deal with them. Now, going on to the next thing, if people go on your listing and try to hijack, if they actually go on your listing and try to sell it as Prime, like if they had the Prime symbol here, which they don't apparently, but there is actually terms of service that they are going against, and it's very binary when it comes to the terms of service that they are violating. So if you go on this page, it actually tells you that people that try to resell your product or try to sell someone else's product and then list it under Prime as Prime shipping, that is a major terms of service violation. So you can definitely report these type of things to Amazon. Now, I've tried to do this before when it comes to Seller Central, but honestly they do not really care. I tried talking to them multiple times, and I even filed some complaints for this seller, but no one ever really got back to me. So that's just something that I feel like is very, very wrong with Seller Central support. They're really just trying to make their customers as happy as possible, and they don't really care about these sellers, which is a big, big problem. So probably the number one thing that you guys can do to avoid these hijackers, a lot of times where they hang out at is places like JumpSend or these product launch services. So if you guys don't know, literally ZonJump had a big problem with this, where you'll be launching your product and doing all these giveaways, so people would get these products very discounted, and then from there they try to resell it on your listing, claiming that, oh, it's the same exact product, and then apparently they fixed it. I know with JumpSend, usually if somebody gets on your listing to hijack it, it's only just one product, because you can only purchase a deal one time. So that is something that's a little bit on the bright side, I suppose, because that was one way that I was able to get my hijacker off my listing, is literally to ask somebody else to purchase their product and then just get it off like really quickly. And so that's not really something that's hard to do. Now, if you have a hijacker on your listing that has a lot of your inventory, like 10 units or so, then that is probably a big problem. That's why people try to avoid ZonJump, but apparently they fixed that issue now. But now it's more just like JumpSend. There's still going to be people on there that have but there's still going to be those people on there that are still going to try and jump on your listing, and even if it means just purchasing one unit and still jumping onto it, because that's the problem that I had. Even if it means that they only get maybe $10 or $15 profit, which is completely dumb. But there is another thing that you guys can do, is actually send over these different email templates, depending on the situation. So there's certain emails that you can send out if they're trying to sell your product under Prime, or if they're trying to just completely resell your product, or they're trying to just copy your product completely and then resell it from there, which is completely against terms of service. So one thing that you guys can do, I already created a template for you guys that you can use. You can go ahead. I already linked this page above, so you can go ahead and read it if you want. I believe it's other limitations. So it says Prime members are not permitted to purchase products for the purpose of resale, rental, or to ship their customers or potential customers using Prime benefits. So that is a main thing that a lot of hijackers are doing. So that's something that we need to report to Amazon. I know Seller Central support, they might not respond, but I highly suggest that you guys still message them. And one other thing that I feel like a lot of people do not talk about is like, they talk about contacting these suppliers or contacting these hijackers and stuff, but they never talk about how exactly to do it. The best thing that you guys can do is go ahead, and if you see a hijacker on your listing, all you have to do is go under it. So you see mobile PC deals, just click on their store really quick, and then you want to scroll. Oh, it's right here. So you just want to ask a question. So you just have to click ask a question, and then you just go from here, and then you can set it up. Now these templates that I'm giving, this template that I give you guys, you can really just enter in your information, so your ASIN, and then just use the exact same template. I know Stephen Meyer probably, mine is based off of his because his is really good. That's why I'm using something similar to his template, and I highly recommend if you want to go use his, then you could just use his because he has much more than I do. But I just created basically a different version of his because his is very good. You guys should definitely check it out. But if not, then that's fine. You can just use mine. But I spiced mine up just a little bit more. But I also included this this page talking about the different terms of service when it comes to hijackers and stuff on here. So you guys can use that template. But all you have to do is copy and paste that template on here. You just gotta select the subject. And then it says I need assistance with. So you could say an item for sale. You can just leave it at that. And most of the times the seller will respond. Whenever I was contacting my hijacker, they responded. A lot of times they're just like, oh, we're just selling one of your products, so you know, once we sell it, we'll be done, which is it's just absolutely dumb. Like it's just really stupid. But you guys should definitely still do that. Even if they don't respond, just still do these things, okay? You know, when it comes to contacting Amazon, reporting them, filing a complaint, when it comes to you know, you just emailing them and threatening them. Of course, just use a template that I gave you. Don't try and go off and use different template or different. Don't try to make an email yourself, because there's certain things that if you mention. Like reviews, or if you say something that's out of terms of service, you got to be really careful when you're sending these emails, because Amazon's seeing all these things and they monitor all these emails. So you got to keep that in mind, because we do not want to get our account suspended trying to get someone else's account suspended. So that's just something you guys need to consider. Let's see here. So like I said, the best way that you guys can avoid this is avoid using these launch services like JumpSend. Avoid using services like Viral Launch or ZonJump, because honestly those things don't work as well as they used to anymore. We should definitely stick to using these rebate services, because honestly with those, people are purchasing your product all up front, and on top of that, it's going to help your ranking a ton better, because nowadays these giveaways are probably worth a fifth of what they used to for these full price organic sales, which is what we want when we do the rebate giveaway, or when we do the rebates, because that is the way that we want to launch our product. So another way that you guys can do this, I haven't had any personal issues with this, is doing Facebook ads when you do your giveaways instead of using JumpSend, and that's worked out much more for me personally, and I haven't got any hijackers from that. And I've also heard, if you watch Tamara T, or was it Tanner J. Fox? I think it was Tamara T. She was talking about how she used LaunchGator, and then she said she hasn't got any hijackers from that. And I think that's one thing that's pretty cool with these new launch services, if people use them, is that they're kind of new, and at the same time, there's not that many people. There's a set amount of people that are doing these giveaways for you, purchasing your products. So there's not that many hijackers on there, as opposed to the bigger named ones like ZonJump or Viral Launch. So yeah, guys, that's all I really want to talk about this video. Hopefully you guys have found some value in this. If you have any questions about this, make sure you comment down below and like my video. Make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.